Watch how the outgoing United States President Joe Biden caused a stir at the Modern Arts Museum in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil and brought everything to a standstill as he arrived for the 2024 G20 summit on November 18, 2024. Joe Biden arrived shortly after the arrival of the Russian Foreign Affairs Minister Sergei Lavrov, who was representing President Vladimir Putin, and the Chinese President Xi Jinping, that is in that order, and it's Biden's arrival that was quite ambiguous and different from the rest of the heads of state that preceded him. As seen here, the Russian foreign minister arrived in just a simple Hyundai Creta, and following him behind was the iconic Hongqi N701, that the Chinese president has been traveling in around the world for quite a while now, and which had been flown directly from Beijing to Rio de Janeiro for his use while in Brazil. In both cases, only the rides carrying the leaders were allowed to get near the entrance or rather reception of the summit's arena, understandably to limit congestion of cars and people at the venue. However, when Joe Biden's turn arrived, nearly everything was done different. First, unlike his predecessors, Joe Biden's whole motorcade of 10 vehicles and a superbike literally flooded the Modern Art Museum's vicinity, and leading the motorcade was an escort superbike. Behind the superbike was a Brazilian Hyundai Creta that was acting as a lead car, and it was followed by another little car, which was then followed by a Cadillac Escalade SUV that was acting as decoy for the beast. Behind the Cadillac was the real beast, that was ferrying President Joe Biden, and closely behind it were two Chevrolet Suburbans that were ferrying more Secret Service agents and members of his staff. All the vehicles in front of the beast were allowed to go through the reception tent, including the two cars. But once the beast had come to a stop for him to alight, all other vehicles came to a stop as well, that is after this Chevrolet Suburban taking position to see into it that security is guaranteed for the octogenarian leader. And as seen here, behind the two Chevrolet Suburbans were three more sedans, an ambulance and Biden's personal utility vehicle. Then the second peculiar thing to be noted was that unlike the other leaders, Joe Biden didn't use this red carpet along which members of the Brazilian Defense Force had mounted a guard of honor. This is because the red carpet meant that he would have to take the long route to the final reception where President Lula da Silva was waiting for him, including having to climb the long ramp. He could not do that because of his age, health, security concerns and status, and therefore instead of going that way, Biden was offered a shorter route that probably involved short stairs or a lift, and after a couple of minutes of waiting, the Brazilian president finally got to receive him.